I mean, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call this a pleasure to be talking with Aaron Bruno from AWOLNATION at the DC101 Kerfuffle.
Wow, it's all up. It's all downhill now.
No, it's not.
The pleasure here, and then
this is cool. You've had a kind of a trying afternoon to get to your job today, and your job is playing a set of music for us later today.
And isn't that funny, right? A job is playing. So when anyone else bitches or moans about anything, within music, oh man, it's so hard. I've been on tour. I try to remind any of my buddies who play, including myself at times, because it can get rough, just like anything else.
Yeah.
That we get to play music, so it's important, and it's also important to not take it so seriously that you're, although the lyrics and the songs have certainly been incredibly important to people's lives, I think, just like music has been to me. But I try to never let that get to my psyche about any of it.
Well, the person sitting to your right gravitates towards many of your songs in that way, and that's me.
Get it?
I mean, if we're talking about a song called "Run" or we're talking about "Sail" or any of the deeper stuff on your records that don't make a radio station. Those are musical songs that I gravitate towards. We're talking with Aaron from AWOLNATION. It is Kerfuffle, and you've yet to play.
We'll call those album cuts.
Ooh,
the deep album cuts, right? Yeah. Yeah, all the bands I liked, I would always search, for the songs that weren't the singles, and then they would become singles maybe inevitably if it was a big band like, I don't know, Nirvana or Pearl Jam back in the day, and then I was like, oh man, that's a single now. I wish it wasn't, because it felt like it was my personal secret, right? Or any band or that came from the underground that you're championing, and then they blow up, and you're like, those guys that were picking on me like that band now, so therefore it's lame.
Well, I totally get it. It's weird to be sitting next to you though and love these songs, these album cuts, and know that the inside of your head is where that originated from.
That is weird to think of.
And your head's covered in this longer hair now and this bushy, beautiful beard.
Thank you for saying it's beautiful. There's a lot of controversy. See, if you want people to talk about your appearance, grow a beard. It's astonishing how many people want to talk about it, or even like I'll check out our Instagram comments and, some people were like, I hate your beard. It covers your face.
What do you mean you hate your beard?
Or whatever it is, and I just wondered like, man, just let's it's a really nice tool to be able to judge people by. And what I mean by that is I can walk into an event, or recently at home I've been to a few parties, and if someone comes up and wants to kind of trash it a little bit, I'm like,
what do you respond?
Don't worry about my appearance.
Yeah.
Worry about yourself, so it's like, oh, Forrest Gump or something like that, I'm like, well, don't worry about how I look. Let's just talk,
We're having a conversation. I fit in the beard, and I love your beard.
Although if you love it, it's cool.
I do love your beard.
Thank you.
And I don't think I'm the only one in the room that loves your damn beard.
I think about shaving it every day, but it's like I think it'll be a year in December, so I'm thinking about going all the way with it. Although,
what do you mean? This looks pretty much all the way to me, my man.
Well, it could always go further.
It could.
Imagine the mustache potential.
When the beard is done, and you leave
the fun.
Oh my God, it would be incredible.
Like a goatee would be.
I feel like another line of work might be in order, if you know what I mean. If you're in between album cycles, you cut a.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I got to know this, and we're talking about a record that you are now in support of called "Here Come the Runts."
Zach, my guitar player, not to cut. I love talking about the record, obviously, but goatees are kind of starting to mess around. I can't get behind it, but Alex Turner from the Arctic Monkeys, he has one right now. It looks good.
Are we just talking to each other right now?
That's what I thought. I mean, we're talking about facial hair.
Can I just tell you my take on a goatee? I feel like sometimes goatees are for gentlemen that may be carrying a few extra lbs and they're trying to cover something up.
Sometimes facial hair can sharpen the jawline. There's nothing wrong with that. In high school, I had a goatee because I felt like it helped present my face in a better way.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck is not a good example of a goatee for,
Yes, I
in
do
my
know
opinion.
that.
But and his vocals in Batman were insane.
Were they? I need to know about the cabin, the album cover of "Here Come the Runts." Is that your own house?
Yeah, that's where
I knew it was your own house.
Yeah.
I'm not in the trees. I haven't set up a tree stand. I don't hunt wild animals, but I love that house, and I love the fact. Did you record in that house?
I have a studio on my property. It's not actually in my house that I sleep in. You know,
do you sleep in the house that's on the album cover?
I do.
I love the vibe of that, and to me, it's. Can I say? Is it California?
Yeah.
It feels like California, and it feels like the vibe that it should be for a record that you guys made called "Here Come the Runs." I swear to God, I've been wondering that, and it's a beautiful home.
It was. Thank you for saying that. It was very. You know, your surroundings have a huge influence on you for sure. So that was the goal of this record, to make a very organic album, and you know, in a world of computer music, it seemed important to me to go back to my roots and have real playing and real instrumentation, real craftsmanship on the record, and I got that off my shoulders, and I'm excited. I'm really excited about future music at this point and what's coming next.
Can you play every single instrument on the record?
Kind of.
I know you can. That was kind of a fast pitch, a fastball to you. I knew because it was a grand slam. Well, you could play a lot of damn instruments.
I could play some, yeah, but basic at best, and sometimes that ends up helping me to create music that's, you know, more relatable, I think, to more people. And I use the songwriting and production as sort of my expertise, if I could say that, rather than, you know, some self-indulgent guitar solo or something like that. You know,
do you own a Flying V?
No, I don't. But yeah, I never have either.
You understand the solo reference in a Flying V, it seems.
Well, our guitar player Zach has a double neck, an SG double neck, a wood double neck. It's crazy. It's really nice.
I just dropped the mic because when I hear double neck, I think Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, and he's
damn.
That's his thing. You know, he plays really well like that.
Will we
and
see?
I'm proud of that. You know, I'm proud. The guys in the band are so good. They've spent thousands of hours perfecting their craft, or at least achieving, you know, striving for that, and their hands bleeding when they're kids. And, you know, like a lot of people take the short route now, and it's with technology, it's easier to make music than it ever has been. So the competition is at an all-time high, which is exciting, and it's a really cool time for music in a lot of ways. But the musician is dying a little bit, so I'm happy to share the stage with guys that are incredible. And I'm not talking about me. I'm saying these guys that play are just legends.
It sounds like a compliment to everything that AWOLNATION is all about.
Yeah.
It seems like, I don't know, I love hearing that because I know in the past you've played a lot of instruments, right? Mm-hmm. And made that music on your own. And to have performers on stage duplicating that record, right? In a live environment with so much clout in your mind is pretty impressive.
Well, they actually played a lot of the record. Like most of the guitar stuff was done by Zach. Almost all the drums were done by Isaac, and Dan did a little bit of keys on there, and then I did everything else. But it was a lot of fun. I just, you know, I sometimes it gets old looking in the mirror, so it's exciting for me to have other blood on the record. And
I get that.
And it feels great, and it's easier to play live, and they take a bit of ownership and pride when they walk on stage instead of just being hired guns. It feels much more like a family atmosphere and a team.
We're talking with Aaron from AWOLNATION. Here Come the Runts is out right now. They're about to just get, can I say buck wild at Kerfuffle?
Something like that, yeah.
I love that term, buck wild. Buck nasty, buck wild.
Have you heard of Buck Nar?
No.
Okay, so this kid came into my buddy's surf shop, and he said, the quote is something like, "Oh man, I heard it was Bucknar today," which is somewhere between buck wild and gnarly. Bucknar. We've used that a lot since then. Bucknar.
Can we bring a little California to?
Bucknar's incredible. It's like, what a genius, you know? That was so epic.
Aaron Bruno from AWOLNATION about to get
obviously.
Bucknar.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right? Bucknar?
Yeah, Bucknar. Like Bucknar.
Dude, this is Bucknar.
This is straight Bucknar.
Dude,
it's above lit. The kids say lit a little, you know, and
yeah.
I can't get down with lit, but Bucknar is above lit. It's the utopia of lit.
Dude, your beard is Bucknar.
It is, exactly, yeah.
Like you were so Bucknar on this couch right now.
I know.
Holding that pink
capital G, because Nar is with a G.
Dude, I'm so glad to have you here. I mean, this is cool. I feel like, you know, this is a little homecoming because we're long overdue for an AWOLNATION performance.
That's true, and you know, it's great to be here with Rise Against. Those are good friends of ours. We've done a couple songs together recently, like live. And what I mean by a couple is one. We
You're
did
getting street cred by saying that, though.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I hope so. We did a Minor Threat song back in LA. That was really cool. I have to catch another flight right after we play, so I don't know if I'll be able to stick around to do that or not. I haven't seen Tim yet or any of those guys, but I'm sure they're around. We just got here, and then we're going to play, and then I have to leave right away.
Is that stressful for you because this is your job?
Flights kind of suck when there's lightning around, but what a beautiful venue. I don't think I've ever been here. There's a spa, there's a pool.
Yeah, there's a hot tub right there.
Has
there's
anyone done a Bucknar cannonball?
Not yet. AJR was in there swimming, but I didn't see any type of Bucknar activities.
That's not Bucknar at all.
No, it's just a leisure swim.
That's lit, not Bucknar.
I've just now been schooled by Aaron Bruno. Dude, lastly, who bought you your first instrument and what in the hell was it? I know it's a lame question, but I'm curious.
Bought or just gave?
Well,
or
gave
whatever.
it to you.
Okay,
like your first instrument.
Well, there was just a guitar. There were a couple guitars just in the house growing up. So my mom was a school teacher, and she played sort of nursery rhymes, and then my dad had this classical guitar, this like Spanish style Mexican classical guitar that is nylon strings, real beat up, especially now, and I still use it. I use it to write and record with a lot. Today it sounds great.
Sweet.
Cheap guitar that still holds up. But the first guitar that was like, from outside that came in, or instrument, was a Gibson SG that my cousin, who's much older, so I think of him more of like an uncle, Jim Capaldi. His son's Mike Mo Capaldi, a really incredible professional skater who's Bucknar.
Bro, this
Jim
is
Capaldi
just...
gave me this.
It smells so Bucknar.
It does.
It does.
He brought over a Gibson SG that was like a strange like blue color, like a metallic blue, that he let me just borrow for a couple months, and I had to give it back. But so now to this day I still love SGs, and I have a couple of them back home, I think, because he planted that seed. He rips a guitar too. Really talented family.
I love it.
Side of the family. So yeah, it was a Gibson SG that a cousin let me borrow because he was the Gibson rep. I wish he was still now.
Oh, dude, how nice would that be?
Now he sells. He's in real estate. He helped me purchase my recent home, and yeah, lots changed since the '80s.
Well, you're about to get Bucknar. You're going to stand up.
Bucknar suit.
Maybe, yeah, that Mike Jones's suit is pretty Bucknar.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
extra
time.
Buck. Thanks for having me. It's so great to see you.
Did you just drop an extra buck?
It's an extra buck, yeah. Free of charge. See?
Aaron Bruno, you're a delight to talk to, and your music
man.
is inspiring. It's fun to listen to.
Hey.
And I love it. It's very dynamic, and it's called Here Come the Runs. It's the latest offering from AWOLNATION.
Yes,
but you know what?
yes.
Check out the backtracks and the back catalog.
Yes.
Can I say that too?
Yeah, back catalog.
Yeah.
Catalog.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Thanks for having me.